Have you ever started a weight loss plan with a friend and you lost weight and they didn't, or they lost weight and you didn't? It's one of those mysteries, like how could we both do the same thing, both behave, and both be on the same progress road, but one of us was successful and one of us wasn't, or maybe neither were? The answer, my friends, are in your DNA, your genes. And it's easier than you thought to figure out what your genes are and what you can do to work those genes in your favor to find out how you can be successful at optimal weight loss for life. Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Burkenstock. I'm the owner of Skin Body Health in Mandeville, Louisiana and New Orleans, Louisiana. We're also licensed in the states of Florida and Alabama, and we quite often go do anti-aging, beauty shows, and all kind of hormone appointments, hormone conventions, as well as weight loss seminars and shows. So if we go back in time, I had a weight loss problem when I was in my younger years, in my 20s. And I made it my lifelong mission and a crusade to figure out, well, why was I having trouble maintaining weight and some of my other friends weren't? And we found that as the journey continued, the answer is mostly in your genes. So there is an interconnected wheel that leads us to optimal weight loss or skinny success. And I'll be sharing that with you today. But first and foremost is your DNA. Because did you know that each person's body is set for a certain amount of macronutrients? So when you go on a low carb or no carb diet, but your body's actually built to have a high dose of carbohydrates every day, you're like corrupting the system and your body doesn't know what to do if you're that body type. But how would you know if you're that body type? Well, the DNA custom Nutrigenomics report tells us exactly what to do on how to feed you, how to exercise you, and what's going on in that brain of yours with mutations that we may need to balance in order to put you in a position to win. So everybody is built for a certain number of macronutrients. And it's never a zero carb diet. It's never a zero fat diet. And it's not always a high protein diet. For example, my personal body type, I'm built for high fat, lower carbs, and only modest protein. So if I go on one of those exclusive, very high protein diets, I'm causing myself a metabolism plateau. Why? Because my body at a very high protein load will actually convert some of that protein to fat. Sounds counterintuitive, but it can actually happen. Someone else who may be built for a high carbohydrate diet, and that doesn't mean bread, rice, pasta, not the junk carbs. That means lentils, black-eyed peas, beans, oatmeal, bulgur wheat. When they go on a high protein diet, same thing happens. They hit a plateau and then they actually start gaining weight. So you can do anything. You can go on the lemonade diet, ice cream diet, I'm exaggerating, except if you're 19 or 20, or one of these bizarre diets, cucumber diets, watermelon diets. You can shock the system where it's not knowing what's going on, and it can lose a little water weight, or maybe even a pound or two. But really, when it gets down to the weeks and the months, it's going to all come back plus more because you weren't eating for your genetic DNA body type. There was actually a study at Stanford University, and they did a weight loss study on the long-term effects of yo-yo dieting or fad dieting. And what they found is they looked at a few different diet types, and they were assigned at random. And some people lost weight on a high protein diet. Some lost weight on a high fat, like a South Beach diet. And high fat doesn't mean French fry fat or Popeye's chicken fat. It means like eggs, hard-boiled eggs, or avocados, or a little bit of olive oil. Nuts, those are all high fat, but high good fats. And those high good fats are excellent, but you need to know what proportion your body's made to handle. Is it 30%? That would be me. Some people are 25, 20, or 15%. But if you don't know, then you don't know how to proportion yourself, because everybody's body needs some of each of the different types of macronutrients. That's how you bathe the myelin sheaths, which sounds like a big word, but it's the part of your brain that extends memory and growth and repair. And if those myelin sheaths aren't bathed by good fats, then you can actually do some damage to your brain. So a no-fat diet is never a right thing. But a good fat, at whatever level you're genetically built for diet, is the perfect plan. So this study at Stanford found that when they then took all of the randomized groups that were on South Beach, which is high fat and high protein and high carb diets, and they all went then and strategized them to their specific DNA diets, what then happened is that those people that were on their DNA specific diet lost 2.5 times more weight than those that were on any of the other diet plans. 2.5 times more weight, and were able to keep it off for the long term. Because when you're eating right for your body, genetically, then and only then can you maintain weight loss and skinny success for life. Dr. Daniel Katz coined the term Nutrigenomics, and that is the exact balance between genes and nutrition. So when you combine genetically what you're built for plus the right amount of nutrition, then you get an optimal weight loss and a skinny success. And that's how we know we're on the road to the right track. The next phase of our DNA report is the exercise portion. And well, what does that exactly mean? Well, by swabbing your mouth and sending off of the specialized DNA report, we not only know how to feed you and how to water you, it's going to tell us exactly for your DNA whether you're built for 8 glasses of water, 10, or 12. You can always drink more, but you've got to know how thirsty your particular DNA is. And sometimes it's kind of untheoretical, if that's even a term. So we may get a very large, big guy, and he may come back at 6 or 8 glasses of water a day, genetically, per his DNA thirsty request. I, on the other hand, out 12 glasses of water. So I have to drink a tremendous amount, even though I'm a tiny, petite woman. You need to know genetically what your DNA is expecting and what your DNA is looking for. So the way we saturate those cells with the type and amount of liquids that it wants. So remember, for every caffeine drink you drink, 2 glasses of water to repair that. Same thing for every alcohol beverage, whether it's a wine or a beer or a martini or what have you. You need 2 glasses of water to erase one highly caffeinated beverage like coffee or Coke or an alcohol beverage. So we have to have those trade-offs as well. But what Dr. David Katz found, he was the expert and founder of the Yale Prevention Center on prevention of aging and optimal weight loss. And what he found was that the DNA diet outperformed any other diet by and large, and that the clients and the patients lost 2.5 times more weight. And then here's the magic, they kept it off. I've seen patients over the years join all kinds of weight loss programs. Of course, we have a weight loss program here, and it's all based on your DNA coupled with your leaky gut, and if it's there, we're going to repair it. Your thyroid, if it's imbalanced, we're going to get your hormones optimal to set you up to win. Your food allergies, we look at food allergies. So even minute ones that just cause bloating, inflammation, and stress increase cortisol, which increase fat. Not the type of food allergies that close your throat and send it to the emergency room, but just the ones that are enough to cause headache, strife, inflammation, and yes, weight gain. So leaky gut, thyroid, food allergies, then of course we look at your sugar. If you've got even a tiny bit of high blood sugar, then that sugar is going to cause cortisol increase, free fatty acid increase, and you got it, fat cells. So increase in weight gain. After the blood sugar, we look at your hormones, female hormones and male hormones. If those aren't fine-tuned, guess what? If you're a male, you're going to get a man booby, sort of a look. And when I see a man with a sort of a juicy or soft breast, I know without even pulling the blood work, I'm going to find high estrogen and low testosterone. So I look like a genius, but in fact, they're wearing it and not wearing it so well. But we can help correct that, and that's what's important. So when we normal out the testosterone, the estrogen decreases, and then they're then able to decrease that heavy feminine breast as well as the pot belly. Because when the hormones are out of whack, it's so hard to counteract and correct those effects. For the female, if their hormones are out of whack and they've got low estrogen, low testosterone, I guess what? You're getting weight gain all the time. In addition to the hormones, we look at vitamins and amino acids. If your B vitamins are low, all of your B's, B1, 2, 3, 5, 6, that's your B complex. B9, that's your folic acid and methylfolate. B12, your methylcobalamin. When those are low, vitamin D, your cravings increase, your balance gets off, and your weight goes up. It also increases mood swings, depression, and anxiety. So we want those B vitamins to be through the roof so that we can cut cravings, cut sadness, anxiety, and depression, and cut out bad food choices. So our DNA report also tests for vitamin deficiencies. And if you've got a low dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter, a low ghrelin, a high leptin, or MTHFR, which shows us directly that you've got the B family of vitamins mutations, then we automatically go in and correct that and support those deficiencies so that those mutations we block and set you up for success. Bad habits we can correct. It's the mutations we need to know about so that we can correct those with supplements, exercise, and whatever we need to do to make sure that those aren't entering the dark hall of weight blockage or incapacity to lose weight. In addition to that, we go back and we come back around full circle to the DNA. So just as a recap, the DNA swab, if you look on our website, you can see it on our website, skinbodyhealth.com, and it tells you all about the weight loss DNA and how we use that in order to give you the biggest setup for skinny success. Optimal weight for a lifetime. We always come on and we talk about anti-aging, weight loss, hormones, and a whole myriad of things, including beauty with Botox and Brotox for the guys and such. And if you've missed any of our webinars, we come on every other Tuesday, and sometimes more often. You can look at Dr. Burkenstock Skin Body Health. That's our YouTube channel, Dr. Burkenstock Skin Body Health. Please like and share. We always appreciate your sharing so that other people in the community and abroad can learn about all of our programs. And if we can help them, we're always so happy to help them. So for tonight, the first 5 people that like and share our webinar tonight, we're going to provide you with zinc. Did you know that a deficiency in zinc is one of the first things that can prevent weight loss? And so many people are low in zinc. Actually, most of our population is, or let's just say the majority. And zinc is such an easy supplement to take. It's great for your immunity. It's great for weight loss. It helps put you into that alkaline status where you burn fat and fuel more efficiently. So please like and share to be entered. The first 5 contestants that share us will be sent a bottle of our Zinc Prime. It's a wonderful medical grade. It's got the GMP seal of approval, as do all of our vitamins and supplements. If you're looking at us from Instagram or TikTok, you can click the store link in the bio below, which will bring you over. And the reason I'm bringing up the store link is you'll see the DNA weight loss Dare to Be Thin program there. The program retails for $9.99. Right now, we've got it marked down to $4.25 for just 2 weeks. And with that, you get your complete DNA profile. It doesn't matter where in the United States you are. We can mail you out a kit. Very simple to swab your inner cheek, put it in the envelope and mail it back to us. And we send it to the laboratory, the genetic laboratory. And within a couple of weeks, they send us back exactly how to feed you, all of your macronutrients, percentage of protein, percentage of fat, percentage of carbohydrates that we need to feed you every day for you to get optimal weight loss for life. In addition to that, when that program comes back, it's a 40-page report that's all about you. It's a custom report. You will then sit with me, whether it's on Zoom or conference call, Facebook, or whatever private chat, or whether it's face-to-face. And we'll go over each and every page of those 40 pages that is your personalized DNA report. And I will give you your guidance and your recipe for you for life. Every individual is unique. And we'll look at your water amount that your DNA wants you to have. Then we'll turn to the middle portion of the report, which is your exercise genes. And it tells us whether you're built with slow twitch, fast twitch, or 50-50 slow twitch, fast twitch, which will then tell us how do we instruct you to exercise so that you burn fuel most efficiently. So some people burn at a low level of exercise the most fat. Some people at moderate and some people at very high intensity. This report tells us exactly how you were built genetically so that we can instruct you that we want you to do this many reps. We want you to use this type of weight, lightweight, medium weight, heavy weights, and for this number of reps and for this amount of time for you to personally burn the most fat. So if you go work out with a friend, or y'all go jog, or you go bike riding, and you got a very fast level, but you're built for moderate intensity, you're having a great time. Good for the heart, good for the brain, but you're not burning the most fat most efficiently. And my job is to help you find out where that magic button is for you, so that when you're busy and working into your busy schedules, exercise and weight loss, how can you do it most efficiently in the least amount of time and get the best results so that we can get you optimal weight loss for life. Last but not least, the brain neurotransmitters. So we might look at your brain, and in those genes, your genes may tell us that you've got a sugar craving mutation. If you've just got a bad habit for sugar, no problem. If you have the sugar craving mutation, we need to block that for you to set you on the road for success. We look at the MTHFR. As I said, those are your B vitamins, B like boy. If you're deficient of those, or the MTHFR mutation, which blocks proper absorption of those, you're going to have cravings all the time, as well as you could get moody, anxiety, or depression. We correct that, and boom, lots of factors improve for you. We looked at leptin. Leptin is a hormone that tells the brain we want to be heavier rather than lighter. Well, if you've got that receptor turned on, tuned on, we're going to turn it off. We're going to set you up with leptoline, which is a type of supplement that can help block that mutation. There's a couple of others as well. There's Garelin, and then there's your sleep cycle. If you've got a poor sleep cycle, or a shortened sleep cycle as it's known, that shortened sleep cycle is going to cause you to eat more later in the day and the evening, which of course puts on excess pounds and excess weight, that's what we don't want you to do. And then last but not least, your neurotransmitters, like your COMT, that tells us how fast you recover after an insult to your emotional brain. So whether somebody cuts you off in traffic or takes your bag at Walmart or whatever, how fast do you recover? If you recover slowly in a neurotransmitter-wise, then the brain's sending out signals. Go get some sour cream. Ooh, maybe a cookie or a chip. And we have to block that. It's just knowing that it's there and that it exists is way more than half the battle. So the way we begin our program is we do a consultation with you. We set you up on food diaries. We find out what are your nemesis through your DNA custom report. Looks at over 25 genes, all related to how you should eat, how much water you should have, how you should exercise, and last but not least, what's going on in your brain that we need to know about so that we can correct those things for you. Then every time we hit a plateau with you, we're going to start you on our jumpstart juice, which is my proprietary blend of fruits, vegetables, vitamins, minerals, and fat-burning spelt grape, cayenne pepper, and some other natural ingredients. No caffeine, no stimulants. And it absolutely burns some of that fat and breaks that thermostat plateau. The plateaus that go on in your body are much like an air conditioning. The air conditioning thermostat, you set it to 72, and if somebody opens and that hot air comes in, boom, thermostat turns on because you told it reset to 72. So when your body's thermostat comes on and it tries to go back up to 170 or 130 or whatever that stuck weight is for you, we're going to shake up that thermostat and turn it down and get you to lose weight quickly. And then we're going to put you on maintenance for life to maintain that weight with your DNA custom profile program. So remember, it usually retails at $9.99. For the next 2 weeks, we'll have it marked down to $4.25. That includes your DNA swab, your custom report on your DNA. DNA doesn't change, so this is your DNA report for life, and it's going to tell us how to exercise you for your best and most efficient results. It's going to tell us what's going on in your brain with mutations or bad habits that we need to block or correct. And last but not least, your food profile. So how do we feed you most efficiently? Are you built for high fat, high good fats? Are you built for high protein? Or are you built for high carb? Are you built for moderate this or that or low this or that? It's going to tell us your entire food diagram so that we can get you to skinny success and optimal weight for life. No more yo-yo dieting. As always, please like and share. And our first 5 shares are going to get a complimentary bottle of zinc. Zinc is one of those basic minerals that when zinc is low, cravings increase. You're not burning fat and fuel efficiently because you're not in an alkaline environment. You're in an acidic environment. So please like and share our video. It's such a pleasure talking with you. If you've missed any of our prior videos, you can go to our YouTube channel, Dr. Burkenstock Skin Body Health. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, there's a store link in our bio below. I'm Dr. Burkenstock. As always, it's been a pleasure talking with you. We'll see you soon.